Hello, welcome back. Marius here, and today we have Manor Lords, and yes, this is for this specific pack, which was released on May of 10th. Bear with me, game is still in progress, and a lot of things will change. But as of now, I'm gonna show you 10 tips, tricks, not tricks actually, but bugs, and everything, so you can use for your advantage to still enjoy the game. Right? That's the deal. Yes, this is the beautiful church, non-upgraded, doesn't matter. Everything will be in timestamps. They are numbered, so 1 to 10. Like, there's one more bonus, so you can skip if you know something. But yeah, this is cinematic mode. Control C is enabling, disabling it. So let's start quickly. Why about the patch? In this patch, there was introduced royal tax. The fun fact, yes, I still have it. If you're wondering why I have 4 regions, 4 towns, cities, and not tax there, because it starts from medium village. What it means, you can have first and one only upgrade, so 5 houses when you build, you advance your town to small village, but if you don't upgrade 2 more plots, only 1 for example, you will always stay without that tax. And if you're thinking that's funny, why would I do that? That's just an option. As you can see, I can build quite a big and prosperous town before tax actually hits in, which is, yeah, another topic, but we will move to the point number 2, which is specialized regions. Why exactly now? Because developer mentioned in the patch notes, and everything is about and around that. All the trade difficulties that is made literally pushes players, and I advise to try that. And that's why I tested this in 4 regions. Just quickly show you, nothing. It's like it is more important now to specialize regions than before. For example, I have this fertile region, so I am growing one thing here. I'm specializing it basically in brewery. Then here I have rich deposit iron. I will specialize this to craft armor and weapons. Here this is meant for my central town, flourish at some point. No specific resources, but I will specialize it in some on one way or another. And here I'm using rich deposit of wild animals, so I can make a lot of leather and also a lot of boots. So basically, this is my region where I make the shoes. Basically, specializing this region in shoes. So do that. If and it's not valid anymore to live in one region or only in 2 regions. Basically, you will need more of them, because let's switch to the next. They go together. 1 master per village. If we implement and use first step to avoid tax, not indefinitely, but when you're ready, you can upgrade and then the tax hits in. I can, for example, accumulate huge amount of money. If you're wondering how much, this is my latest town. It is 4, but this region has 5,000 wealth. This has 7.7. This has 5. If I ask them to start paying tax, there is no problem whatsoever with any of the tax that king asks, right? So what I meant by 1 master per village, if we keep below king's tax, we can upgrade only one building, one burgage, or how it was called. So if you update one, you see I'm still in small village. If I upgrade another one, of course I'm out of it. That it goes together with specializing regions. So 1 master, that's what I meant by. In this town I have 1 master. That's a brewery, the biggest upgraded building with 2 families. I can go with 3, the 3rd level. Here I have master cobbler, and you get the idea. Here, when I will have, I need to upgrade that mastery point for infinite amount of, yeah, where is it, infinite deep mining, then there will be master armor smith most likely. And here I'm thinking something, you get the idea. One, you have one option, one upgraded this house, use that wisely, works well together. As you can see, yeah, also have 100% approval, because with you, when you don't have upgraded second and third level buildings, not a big problem, everyone's happy, you know. All right, next we have sell everything everywhere. How I achieve this, let me show you. I actually play on quite hard difficulty. I will show you, and this is valid in every region. This is my first where I started, that's why it's the biggest, but everything everywhere means I don't have a single trade route established. I use only the resources and the valuables that can be sold without any established trade route. Why? Because I haven't decided which material or product will be a lot of. I know this here I produce beer. I have the brewery here, but I don't know if there will be surplus. So I'm not opening, I'm not wasting, because remember, now every time you open a new road, the next one is way more expensive, and without any upgrades, of course. So while you still decide and I decide, I just sell everything. Everything that is surplus, I'm selling. It's just the same herbs, wool, everything you have, just export, export, export. Yeah, I imported the clay for church upgrades, that's only. But basically export everything. You can't export commodities in military because it requires. But you know what? I still have 7.8 thousand. Of course, it's accumulated over the time, but you get the idea. In every region I have trade house, and all of them sell everything that can be sold. Simple as that. That's how you make that amount of money, and then basically there's no problem whatsoever. Another trick is traders with 2 horses. I don't know if I can show you, but I'll try. Yes. You see, when you select trading post, there are 4 families can be attached. But if and when you give them horse, what they do, I hope that guy, see, this one particularly is trading the trader, and it uses horse, so extra items, and that trader is arriving out, well, going outside of the map and sell extra items. So I found extra weird that, I don't know, probably there are 2, 3 or 11 bugs involved in the trading post, but you see, I don't have anything, any item in the building, but to be honest, I have a lot of things to sell. So either all of them are currently going on expedition and selling them, or for whatever reason there is nothing inside this particular trader. But anyways, 2 horses, highly advise to do that, because the horse costs only once. There is no expense of holding. Just build those stables, upgrade them, and you have spaces for 2 horses. And just give every trade house 2 of those horses. That boosts up that coin gain immensely. So you see, yeah. All right, let's move on. Spending too much time. Pack stations sell only. So this is a thing. Found and read through all the problems. Yes, it's a bug. It's meant to be like, currently I create ale here, and I'm going and exchanging it for shoes 1-to-1. Sounds perfect. Doesn't work. Simple as that. Currently there's a bug that this pack station goes only in one direction, and the fun extra fact, another bug involved. Without any mule assigned, there are 3 people. 3 people. Yes, in the family, they will pick up 5 items, go to the other city and sell them for these regional wealth. they don't exchange, and they, in how much I tested, they came back empty-handed. Someone says that they bring back one item even if they have mule, but in my experience I saw no exchange whatsoever. So what to take away from this? As you can see, barter value is 1 to 1. So if I have pack station with one family, aim to take ale to the next region and bring back shoes, despite the fact they don't do that, and in the same region I have another pack station saying bring shoes to the other city. What happens is they will go there, sell for 40 bucks, but in the same time that family will come here and sell ale for 40 bucks. So at the end, at least in theory, if they don't, one family is not faster than other, you should be equaled out and achieve exactly the same. Just with this stupid bug on mechanics, you need 2 pack stations to deliver one good to the city and another. So, and my advice, extra tip, if and as these regions are next to each other, I advise against giving the livestock. Why? Because they are bringing way more, especially if, and as I currently have only one house, I don't need those 5 or even 15 shoes or 15 beer right away. So what happens, the region that creates the ale, beer ale, is dried out and all the beer is transferred to the next, and the same happened otherwise. I'm making the shoes here, and this region had almost shoes no leftover because all of them are already there, and that was without mules, right? You get the idea. There is no limit that you can set. Bring only, I don't know, 5 and no more. Currently none of the limits are anywhere, which is really bad. Anyways, get the idea. I need to move on. Mind the trade roads. As a little bit touched it already, but goes together with previous tip. Normally in this region I am making shoes, right? So it would, someone might think, hey, that means if I'm opening any trade road here, not spending money on these low valuables, I definitely need to open shoes here. Now, aligning with previous tip, if I have, and if I need to have these shoes transferred to my other region so I can spread it across to all, intent is also to bring to other regions. This region absolutely will be dry of shoes. There will be no leftovers. So it makes more sense to send shoes to all other regions and then see which of those regions, most likely the closest by, will have extra amount of shoes and there sell those extra shoes. So be really careful when you run this, and of course it will change over the time. Be mindful about the patch, which version I'm playing and you are playing, right? So that's the reason why I don't have any trade road open in none of the regions, because I still haven't figured out where I will land with extra surplus. Yes, okay, everyone got it? Nice. Sawpit. One limiter I came up with, well, nothing major, but in this update we also have this Sawpit that is absolutely destroying every single item in every single timber, because the storage is 5. As soon as one timber is produced into lumber, it's just crazy. It's destroying. I can show you. I have in other regions like just full warehouse because it's a problem. So how you can kind of slow it a little bit down. As you know, when you have, it works when you have one logging camp. One logging camp has 28 logs stored, right? When there's 28, it's full, nothing happens if you don't have any extra storage. That's besides this step. So what I do usually is set that keep 27 timber logs in storage. What it means, only when there's full, right? When those lumber lumberjacks cut down and I have again 28, then one timber is being produced in planks. So it slows a little bit down, but honestly, this patch absolutely destroyed it. There's no balance whatsoever. 920 planks, and here I just was away for a moment. 1,300 planks. Large storehouse is just barely has any place, because why? Of course, every single timber is now made into the planks. The planks is a new plague. No one needs that much. Crazy. Anyways, you know how at least a little bit limit, because yeah, other of course option is just to stop it, but you need some extra planks to be sold off, because sell everything everywhere, right? And distance limit, this is something I was literally crying when I saw there's a new mod. The new mod, what it does, the mod was that tailors that usually use this one linen and one dye, the dye that is made out of berries. The mod says, hey, from now on, there will be no dye needed. Why? Because when you create dye workshop, every single berry is smashed into dyes. Oh my god! And I thought someone thought it's a problem. So this is the solution right here, without mods. I have 0 mods, not gonna mod unfinished game. Come on, guys. Distance. Dryer needs berries. First of all, I placed it quite far away from granary, where is berries. I can just move in the workshop even further here. That's one thing. Currently it's actually also false, because it was nuts. I need to move it somewhere just fucking far away. Another thing, take the family and move just from the most furthest burgage plot. What it means, you know, for efficiency, you want them all together. Here's an opposite. You can use it in advantage if you just, I don't know, use just a little bit imagination. Make them travel far away and your berries will be freaking safe. Without any mod. Come on, man. And that is for everything. The same probably might be, yeah, it's harder for Sawpit, because there are oxen are bringing the timber, so you have to limit oxen. Is yeah, for each problem, each solution, right? And then last but not least, there are two quick tricks. Cheap army. So what I mean by cheap is, you might automatically assume like, hey, I'm not upgrading second level buildings, so it means you have to purchase those weapons to make an army. I currently play without enemy AI, just the raiders, and just to have some fun, but otherwise I am here to test economy and all these bugs. So advice is simple. Always remember, purchase the sidearms or spears 18 or 17. Hey, you can still run with iron ore with 13. You save quite a lot if you want to arm them. And there is no trade route needed. Again, you just make them, okay, not export, import. Give me, let's say, 36. When those 36 items arrive, disable it. That's basically one, oh no, they use two iron per one weapon. Anyways, that's you can control every time, anytime, and all that. Once you have iron, remember to make these iron slabs. You don't need upgraded house. When you have those slabs already turned into, take, for example, here I have 0 second level buildings. Make one new, or just take one existing, upgrade it, make them make weapons. When the job is done, when you have enough weapons to arm 1, 2, 3 parties, destroy the building. It counts back, and then you can turn that building and build another one and make clothes or anything where your region wants to specific. If you don't believe me, well, you definitely should. Why? Because I have two armies made fully, well, fully, not fully equipped. They have only spears, not spears, weapons and shields. I don't have helmets. I could make them, but that requires spend any one point here. I have also not a single point spent in any of regions. I'm still deciding where to go with what. But you can have quite cheaper army if you just make everything yourself and abuse the system that you can have one upgraded building and still avoid taxes. I'm still doing this just because it's fun to see many complaints how this new update absolutely the tax is crazy, and here you go, you can play that. For me it's interesting to find the loopholes and just, you know, do whatever I want, still build, conquer without even tax kicking in. I tested, I saved the game. As soon as I make another one, the medium village kicks in. It's also one of the tips when you load. Boom, the taxes, the king is here, like, you need to pay, and then like, load back, tested, done. All right, and last one is limit the food in market. This is one quick trick, not quick, hard to show, but I have 140 people here. I have only 5 these places for marketplace. This tip actually is a lot of guys making the tips and tricks for this game also make it. They highlight it. Here's easier to see. Three only, especially when you have smaller village. Why? Because you need one for firewood, another for food, where 2 of food types can be present, and clothing. And the problem hits when, how to explain? The problem is these buildings actually require only 2 types of food. If you are overachiever, and let's say I'm currently here hunting, gathering berries, I also have eggs, and I also can, for example, make vegetables. It means 4 types of food will start to take place in the this food stall. It can contain only 50, so every type of the food will have some 10 or something, and some of the logic how it works is stupid. You have to have 25 families, so 25 items of one item to be fully fulfilled, one food stall, and then another one, another type, also 25. So this is actually a good example. And as soon as you have third type of food, it takes space, it doesn't fill the 25 need, it's just stupid. So in this case, I would be definitely better off if I absolutely stop producing eggs, just rely on meat and berries. I have plenty of them, 2 types of food, always will have 25 and 25, and all 25 families will have both types fully done. If you get the idea, it's hard to explain because the mechanics behind it is actually stupid. Okay, fine, you're absolutely gorgeous for staying for 23 minutes for this crazy guy. One extra thing I found out. You know how others saying that you can build these logging camps to store more timber, logs? Yes, they're absolutely right. But what they don't mention is when you create these logging camps. I think I had one here. Yes. Oh, yes. So there are logs stored, right? Yeah. Where is it? And after a while, you want to demolish or whatever, but there's a stock. And I run into a problem. I had these houses I just destroyed. There's a bunch of pile of logs left. And then I wanted to remove and build another building. Once you remove building, there are 2 logs left over, and you can't build anything before they are removed. But the logic how logs are being transferred is just one huge chain. As this pile, let me make a pile. As this pile nav is created before, 30 logs. And if I now remove this building, I can actually reproduce these two piles. There should be, oh, this was upgraded building. There's no planks. Yes, awesome. There are no logs. So it was, okay, let's destroy this building. Here I will have two leftovers. They will be moved, should be moved only when the other pile is moved, which I ended up, I had 200 stored logs, and I needed those two to be removed to rebuild something, and then realized how the game processes one by one in direct order how these logs were generated, which was like, yeah. Okay, quick last one, absolutely last one. If you are wondering and thinking, hey, I don't know where, these are workers, right? And they live in the buildings. So I could just, pause, remove everyone, which means every type of families will be freed up. And then I will pick up the closest, and then select, and it means the closest family will jump in the building. It's also not true. There is some absolutely stupidest logic ever. In order how the buildings are built, I think in that same order, when you add new workplaces, will be populated. So there's so many quality of life problems currently that you absolutely manually need to match building this workplace to be close. Otherwise, where every other game would have this logic, you get the idea, right? When you open absolutely every single workspace, then you would expect that most likely these are all unemployed, right? And when you employ them, the closest will jump into this job. But no, some fucking random place. Anyways, enough of bonus steps, all right? I said 10, so let's stick to 10 and 3 extra. Timestamps. Thanks for watching. If you have questions, down in the comment section. Let's hope the game patch and upgrade and give us more, because yes, I still cannot stop playing it. All right, guys, meet in those other videos. So shall we? Cheers.